Tomsky.
Go for it, Alex.
All right. So last payout I took was the end of March, and one of my biggest issues in trading is getting emotional. And after you take a big payout, 20K is not a joke, you know? So I got very emotional on my next couple trading days, and I ended up blowing the accounts after taking a payout. And then, I talked to Ryan, I talked to a couple people, and that's pretty common. You get euphoric and you're not thinking straight, so you think you can risk more and whatever. And then I blew my account, so I had to start from scratch again. Luckily, that payout came in just fine, and I just had to reset and go back to basics, man. It's so simple. You come in the morning, uh, be there before, the Zoom, study like what's going on in pre-market, come ready, look at the charts. I'm still guilty of coming, a few minutes late to the Zoom, but if you catch that morning move around 7, even with like I'm taking only 4 micros and I'm making $600 to $900 consistently on that. And you do that 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row, and it adds up very quick. It's really that simple. And then anytime I notice myself making mistakes, I'm usually being greedy, trying to squeeze like a certain dollar amount out of a position and like not really looking clearly at like where the targets should be, things like that. And then I have to remind myself, you know what, just close it out, come back next day, you'll make that back times 10. Um, and look, I'm sharing this like I'm very close to another payout, but in the back of my mind, I'm still a little anxious about, that side of me that gets emotional on bad trading days. So, um, just I'm telling myself, come in the morning, don't over complicate things, enter on 1 micro, size up properly on the move, take profits when, it's hitting key levels. And it's really that simple. Don't focus on dollar amounts. They don't mean anything. It Look back at the end of the week, you're up fat. Like I'm up 2K this week basically after last week taking a little drawdown. It's nuts. You just come in and it's really simple.
So in the month of April, basically you've been paid $22,000.
Correct. Yeah. And then I basically have 7 trading days left this month, right? Next week and the 2 days at the end of April. Technically,
Qualify for
all
how
I need to do is make $400 over the next 7 days, and I lock in my next payout,
which is how much?
which is $40,000 total because I'm going to be taking out $2,000 per 20 accounts on Apex.
So
And I don't
basically what you're telling me is you could potentially situate yourself to start making $1 million this year with the situation that you have.
That's the ideal situation, yes. And the thing is with Apex, like I know I've talked a lot about them, but the drawdown is very difficult for beginner traders to get used to because it is a live drawdown. It takes into account unrealized gain. And I'm confident with navigating that, especially with the taking profits early, and scaling in and scaling out. That I've been getting better at navigating, and it works for me. I'm not encouraging people to, invest in 20 Apex accounts, and it's not a joke. You're spending over $1,000 as an investment to get these accounts. But once it pays out, you're times 20 your investment on
Each payout.
each payout. Exactly. And you said $1 million. Yeah, you can take withdrawals every 2 weeks. That's the ideal situation.
And this
Every
is all by just trading multiple accounts, but trading micros on each account so it doesn't mess with your psychology, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I kind of don't even look at the profit amounts. I'm literally just looking at one chart for that one account, and I'm seeing, four, 500, 600, but in the back end, it's actually 10 to 20,000 because it's times 20. So you kind of just don't look at it, don't get overexcited, and the results come.
Amazing, brother. I'm very proud of you, Alex. I know when you came in, you were having a little bit of issues with the risk and the psychology, But, I told you through time, we fix those things. And it's difficult to change as a person.
Yeah.
Changing yourself is a very difficult task to do. And it's something necessary for a lot of traders. I want to say majority of traders need to really change themselves, change their mentality, change something in their life in order to be able to capitalize on the market properly. And I think you've done a phenomenal job. It's just amazing, bro.
Thank you, man. The guidance has, helped a lot. I'm far from perfect, obviously, but making progress and, even a little bit of progress has paid very well. So just want to be encouraging to everyone that just got to be consistent and be very self-aware of your issues. Like I'm very self-aware of what mistakes I'm making. It's like pretty obvious. It's all on the emotional side because when I'm banging out like days like today, it's so easy. You enter, you set your take profits. You probably will leave some on the table, with these smaller accounts, but who cares? You just do it again the next day. On the days where trades aren't working, I have a hard time with walking away just because, like hard to walk away for traders. Like this is our we look forward to this every day. So for me, it's still hard to walk away after three losses. I'm working on that because one really bad day could fuck up the whole thing, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to define. I forgot if it was you, Ryan, or Eric. Like you don't want to define your whole trading career based on one day. Gotta aim for that longevity.
Yes, sir. Keep up this work for another 2 months. I'm gonna give you a few million to trade for the hedge fund, bro.
I'm down, bro.
You can add
Get
that to
that
the
profit share.
40 accounts that you're gonna have at that point.
Yeah, bro. It's nuts, honestly, because with Apex, you could take withdrawals every 2 weeks. So my initial goal is to get a payout, right? To lock in profits. That's the first goal that anyone should ever have with a funded account. You don't want to give any of that back. After that, the goal is to build a cushion where literally I could come in, make $100 a day, make 2,000 over the course of 2 weeks on each account, and that qualifies for a 40K payout every 2 weeks. Like that's how ideal that's an ideal situation. But definitely if you guys get to the payout level, take something for yourselves. You gotta cover your investments.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff.
Thank you, man.
Eric, you're good.